Okay, welcome back to another installment of Sink the Bismarck Adventures on the High Seas. I will be continuing my German campaign today, and I do like the little loading screens that come with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So give you some history, give you some background, nice era-specific pictures and things like that. So anyway, let's get on with today's regularly unscheduled program. Something like that. Anyway, as always, as you're watching, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on, Twitch, YouTube. It does help the channel out. I am trying to build this up. So let's get on with the program. All right, let me see here. Where did I leave off last time? Very beginning. Politics. Do I want to have any friends right now? Do I want to try to improve relations, increase tensions? Don't know yet. We are at negative 35 with Great Britain, negative 20 with France. Slightly up. It looks like really as Germany, my best friends are going to be Austro-Hungary, or the Austro-Hungarian Empire, rather, Austria-Hungary, who isn't around anymore, but nonetheless. Spain is really sore with the United States, and we've got a +5 right now with Japan. Check our finances. We are at almost a million monthly balance positive. Our research is going to focus on destroyer design first and give us those 300-ton torpedo boats, though I really don't use those until I get to the next level. I really stick with that 250-ton ship, whatever, that I built with the single torpedo tube. That's what I tend to stay with. Though, might be nicer to go with those triple expansion steam engines. That would be really good. Torpedo propulsion, torpedo size. Let me see here. Tech budget's maxed out, transport capacity is maxed out. Crew training is down right now, which is fine. In the early months, I do highly recommend minimizing the crew training, at least for the first maybe year or so. Do I want to build up my shipyards? We could do a 1-year build that would add another 1,667 tons, 14 months, 15 months. That's going to eat up a lot of money though. So do I want to do micro builds first? I think what I'll do is I'll do micro builds first. It costs a little more that way, but there you have it. So let's go ahead and increase by another 500 tons on her. No, do I want to just go with an even 1,000? It's not going to be an even 1,000. So let's go ahead and do it in an even 500 first. We'll go with a 6 months build and see that actually does put us down in the hole. I've got a little bit of a cushion, which is fine. And then I'm going to go over to my ship design, and I'm going to go ahead and build another battleship. Just one for now. Okay, just one for now. Let's go ahead and build that. All right, and let's see what that does to our finances first, actually. So we're at negative 1.5 million. So no, I don't want to go to new design. Crap. I did that. Leave the shipyard. Okay. No. There's what I want to do. I want to build ship. I don't want to go with new design. I want to build ships. So let's just build one. All right, and type. Let's go with type. And where do I want to launch it? I think the fleet is in Emden right now. Yes, the fleet itself is in Emden. We have Wilhelmshaven, we have Hamburg, we have Bremen. We have Kiel. Kiel would be the ideal place, but that canal is not open yet. So let's go ahead and launch the ship in, well, you know what? We'll just put it right into Emden. Emden would be fine, right? Yes. Okay. Let's select Emden. All right, and our finances. Ooh, that hurts. Okay. Anyway, we'll let that roll for a couple turns. And then we'll see where our finances are. And yes, the first couple turns you're okay if you're digging a little bit of a hole. You should have a cushion based off of your total naval funds, right? So this is still, Jesus, if it was 150, it'd still be 50 turns out. So it's 50 and another 25. 50 and then another 25 million left. So 50 turns, we'd still have 25 million left over. I think we're going to be okay. The transport capacity funding is maxed out, so that should grow back up rather rapidly. Anyway, let's go ahead to next turn, perhaps. Yes, let's see what happens next. All right. Though with the addition of Twitch on this should be interesting, because now I'll be able to make like clips and stuff like that. I'll be able to capture some of the more interesting moments in the naval battles and whatnot. So let me see here. Minister of Foreign Affairs believes the fleet needs more cruisers. He would support the raising of adequate funds for the construction of cruisers. So, wow, we'd get another additional 79 million in naval funds, but add plus 3 unrest. Explain that our cruisers are enough and the fleet needs money for. We don't really have an unrest problem. What to do? Do we want to increase our naval prestige? Is that going to be more important first off? Or should we take the money? Tell you what, let's take the money. Some of our industrialists want to invest in the modernization of British Empire's shipyards. What is your opinion? Okay, now this is where things can get really, really interesting. I mean, I could go historical with this and be like, no, the British are our rivals at sea. So, but that's going to do increase naval prestige minus. The best one probably to start out is going to be this one. It's going to improve our relations with the British Empire a little bit. Okay, fine. But the big thing that I'm looking at actually is that it increases both the naval budget and the GDP. See, this other one would increase the naval budget 2.5%, but it would reduce the GDP by 1%. And the GDP is going to be very, very important. I don't like to hurt that really at all. Though this is going to reduce naval prestige, and it is going to increase the unrest. Let's go ahead and do it. New sea passage, the Suez Canal is open, the Bosporus Strait is open, the Dardanelles Strait is open. The Danish Straits are also open. Singapore Strait, the Strait of Gibraltar. Recent provocations of Chief Admiral Fernando Mendizábal of Spanish Empire, and I'm probably butchering the hell out of that, were simply ignored by the German Empire. Okay, good. The people of Greece are on the rise against the Ottomans, which is nice to see, though they appear to be on the receiving end at the Battle of Crete so far. Okay. Now, let me see here. The British have one battleship sitting right there. Okay, so yeah, we can invest in British manufacture. That's going to help. And if we go to our finances, notice our balance got cut in. Our monthly balance got cut in half over that last turn. So due to the first of all increase in transport capacity, it went up another 6%. This transport capacity is one of the single biggest things. You want to keep this high as you can at all times. Personally, and this is just me personally, I crank that thing up at the beginning and it stays all the way up at the beginning. Okay. So the GDP is going to be the biggest modifier on your monthly balance. Now your naval budget, also is going to play a part of that. So GDP minus Army budget, naval budget percent. This also affects it, but overall, your GDP is going to be the biggest portion of effect on your monthly balance. So again, last turn it got cut in half. Let me see here. We've got 13 months left on that ship. I think I'll run this down to 10 months, and then I'll go ahead and add another Wittelsbach class of battleship to the fleet. And it's something that I kind of had really good success with, as Germany was having 4 battleships to a fleet. And I personally like to mix my fleets up. I like to mix them up. Some guys say that, yeah, you can get by with nothing but battleships. Okay, cool. That's fine. But to me, I don't know. It detracts from sort of a lot of the fun of this, because yeah, you can build battleships, and then you can turn around and you can construct support ships, light cruisers, torpedo boats, destroyers. The submarines, I don't know. They're kind of static. There's really not much to do with submarines other than build them to control certain choke points. It's like, that's what I would do. Sometimes is I build a fleet of subs and stick them right here in the English Channel, and in that way, any of his warships or transport ships that were coming through here, the subs would of course be able to attack. Be really, really careful about using submarines to attack any fleet with destroyers, though. That's tricky. Anyway, that takes care of that turn, so let's go on to the next turn. All right, we got gun cotton. Gun cotton is good. Gun cotton is very good, actually. It's going to be one of the, yeah, you get the increased shell cost and the ammo detonation chance, but the benefits far outweigh the risks, especially if you build your ships even somewhat properly. We'll look at upgrading, doing some upgrades here in a little bit, and you'll notice the monthly balance is now below -1 million per turn. So we gained another 800,000 off of another 6% increase on the transport capacity. All right, this is coming along nicely. Building is 25%. It's going to be 12,500 tons when we're done. And then I don't know, maybe, just maybe, let me see here. Destroyers 1 more month. It's 2 more months if I do that, and then it's still 2 more months if I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and increase, come off of the destroyer design for now and increase engines, because the triple expansion engines are going to be a lot more efficient than just the regular steam compound engine. Lighter boilers also coming in 4 months. That's going to be very important. And then hull strengthening, we're going to get better. So just, and again, as I recall, don't quote me on that with the current update, which is 1.26, I think. But as I recall, these do not automatically affect your already built ships. So what you have to do is you have to go into your ship designs and let me see here. If I were to do that, we would go to, if I were to do it to my battleship, we would go to view, and you would actually have to refit. Yes, that's the function. You would go to the refit function, and then as soon as you apply that refit function, any of those subsets, I'll call them subsets. Maybe the correct term will occur to me here in a minute. But those subsets, like if you get new structural steel, it then of course applies that passively. You don't have to actively apply it, but you have to go in and refit the ship itself in order to get back into those passive type of upgrades with like the new structural steel. Or if you want, like for rangefinders, if you want, not the coincidence, sorry, the control station, if you want to have control stations, you have to go back through your original designs and add those back in. And it does it automatically once you go into the shipyard and do the refit on your old designs. But then of course you have to go through the process of refitting your ships themselves, right? So, but once you get these are automatic. So any new ship that you build after you get something like the well, actually no, the triple expansion steam engine is going to be a modular upgrade. So that you have to go in and manually say, I want the triple expansion on this design. But like the structural steel, the control station stuff, that's all passive. But you have to go in and refit the ship, and then of course the passive upgrade will then take effect. And this works with the enhanced turret cylinders too. So any of those passive ones. But if it's modular, you have to specify. You can't just go to refit and it automatically upgrades it. If it's modular, like with the engine, right? The engine is going to be modular. Some of the funnels are going to be modular. Turret types, those are all going to be modular. That you have to go in and physically upgrade. All right. So anyway, that's that. Let's go into politics and see what we can do here. I kind of want to see if I can't improve relations with Spain right now, because I don't know, call me crazy, but I like to befriend the little guys more so earlier. In Spain, they're kind of over there, though. Do I want to do that? Because I really, really would like to take the Philippines. I would really, really like to own the Philippines. Well, we'll see. Finances, we're still at -1 million, and I don't know what I did there. Did I build another ship? No, I didn't build another ship. I have one ship building, and it's a battleship. 12 months, so 2 more months, and we'll see where we're at. Yes, okay, we're gonna, let's see here. Okay, Borneo. Okay. Then we're gonna get the better torpedo boats here soon. Oh wow, okay, so the turret mechanisms. Flags communication. Maneuver warfare. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end this turn. If you guys will excuse me for one moment, I do need to nature calls. Okay, sorry, I'm back, folks. What have we for developments? Let me see here. Okay. Anyway, interesting news, sir. Russian Empire warns their head of admiralty, Ivan Enquist, for his excessive naval expenditures. He may soon be replaced if he continues to underperform. And it looks like the same thing for Austro-Hungarian Empire. Okay, now we got the 300-ton torpedo boats. We have enhanced turret cylinders. Okay, so France doesn't want any of this right now. Interesting to note. 5 battleships. Oh my god, he's got 6 battleships out there. 10 months. Finances are at +4. Okay, good. Alright, so let's go ahead and build one more of these. And we will launch that one at Emden as well. One heavy cruiser. One light cruiser. And you know, I think what I'll do is I'll build 2 more of these light cruisers, and those I will launch in Hamburg. Okay. And we're back down into the negative one, but we are at 2.5 million now. I think we're okay. All right. Those are 10-inch guns. I might have made a mistake with those. Probably could have put 11-inch guns and been fine. But anyway. Okay, now the Empire of Japan, Saito Sumiyoshi is under review. Uh-oh. I'm going to go ahead and build 2 more torpedo boats, and I'm going to put them in Hamburg as well, because torpedo boats are kind of fragile. Once I get those engines, I don't know, should I mess around too much with refits? That's a fair question, actually. Ivan Enquist is still under review. He's got his second warning. Got 4 months on that. We got 8 and 12 months, 7 months, 5 months. up into the 2 million. Oh, that's because this is done. Okay. Um, wow, the Chinese have a 50% power rating. Russians have an 80% power rating. Is that good? The British are the supreme power. Meanwhile, here we are as Germany down at the bottom of the list for power rating, right? That's okay for now. 3 months for the engines. Then what I might do once the engines are in, Mark II 9-inch guns. The getting into the upper marks of the guns is very, very important. Those fuse shell in 6 months. And we'll get the voice tubes with the whistles as well. We've already got some turret mechanisms. So that's going to actually help out a lot. I think I'll go ahead and do a refit of the ships that I've got. Yeah. And I don't know, can I get away with 11-inch guns? Upgrading to 11-inch guns? Well, I guess we can find out. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Next turn it is. This is the third time in a row this guy's been put up for review. When are they going to follow through on their threats here? Okay. There, that'll work better. Okay. I got 2 months. That means 2 more turns. 2 more turns. And the light cruiser 3 hull is going to be coming along shortly. So that was 2 turns, right? Yes, 2 turns. September, October, November. So by November we should be okay. All right. Speaking of fleets and such, okay. Those guys are in. Let me see here. That ship, and that ship. Okay, we're going to put those down into in being because in being is cheaper to upkeep. And see, almost gotten to 1.1 million per turn in the positive. Okay. And our profits are still ever increasing. We got one turn to go. One turn to go. Good, good, good. Politics. Do I want to stir the pot with anybody? I don't know if I want to stir anything up with Spain right yet, because I'm not on good terms. I'm not on excellent terms with China. I mean, I'm at 0, but it's Japan. I'm at -6, and they've already kind of, and I really don't have, I don't have much of what you would call a navy over there right now anyway. I mean, what I could do is I could start a fight with France, though they are on fairly good terms with Britain. Let's see what happens. I'm going to increase tension with France. 2 battleships and a heavy cruiser. Most of France's ships, I think, are they down in the Mediterranean? It looks that way. Oh, we got one more turn, and then we've got refits to do. Okay. Triple expansion steam engines. Increase funnel capacity, but also smoke interference. That's going to be the problem with it. But better fuel, better ratio, 55% of top speed to achieve cruising speed. That's pretty good. 10% fuel efficiency, negative maintenance cost, negative fuel storage cost, or rather space, negative engine damage chance, and also 26 horsepower per engine ton. So overall, they're a lot better. And then the voice tubes with whistles is going to increase aiming speed and increase gun base accuracy, which is great. All right. Okay. Now let's go to our ship design, and we're going to go to view this design. And then what I want to do, first of all, is go to refit. So pay attention to some of these numbers, particularly the weight, because that should be going down. We did get that structural steel upgrade, which reduces the weight of the overall frame of the ship. All right, so it was 10,120. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of it. And it went down by like 5, which, okay. But see, there is a refit time attached to that. So that's going to, in large part, that's going to be due to just the frame. So what do we want to do? If I were to replace these 10-inch guns with 11-inch guns, how would that work? Definitely want to go up to the triple expansion steam engine. All right, which is going to increase the engine efficiency a little bit and drop some more of that weight. All right, but if I want to do that, can I do that? Let's see here. What's it going to do to the refit time if I swap out the turbines? 11-inch double barrels. Oh wow, no, that jacks the weight way too much, I think. It does. Okay, so what can we do? The only thing I can really, I really can do is to drop some of the armor weight. So what happens if we go to a 5 all the way around? That's not going to do it. What happens if I drop it to a 1-inch main deck? And a 1-inch on the foredeck. And then a 1.5 on the aft deck. There we go. Without dallying too much on any of the other stuff, that's going to be a rather nice upgrade. Oh, you know what? I didn't really have to do that, did I? Go with 2 inches on the top. Max out the barbette. And then we'll go see what 14 gets us. 14 and a half. 15-inch on the guns. Okay, so the guns are very well protected. That's fully pivoting. That's fully pivoting. Okay. Is that is everything, I think. And now they've bloated to 27 million, and the maintenance actually isn't much higher. I don't think it's any higher, actually. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, but anyway, I got what I wanted to off of that. 88s and 105s. Okay, that's there. That's there. Some more 88s. And then those 11-inch guns. And they've gone 9.9 to 11. Problem is the rate of fire has had a major drop off, 0.8 to 0.6. Actually, it's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. All right, so we're going to save our refit of the Wittelsbach. All right, we'll save that design. And it's a 5-month refit. Now with refits, you can't, like, the actual structure to ship, you really, at least the last time I tried it, it locks in. It locks in the dimensions of the ship. So if like you increase the beam or the draft, or if you did anything within the beam or that doesn't change. The dimensions of the ship get left alone pretty much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this, and we're going to put this ship up for refit. It's going to take 5 months. All right, so we're down to 1 active battleship. In 4 months, though, we're going to have another one. So maybe I'll do it in 2-month increments. We'll do it. I think we'll do that. We'll do it in 2-month increments. So 5 months, and then we'll do that, and then we'll be out of battleship for 1 month. All right, and then in 2 months we'll do that one, and then, well, actually the last one's going to have to wait. So why don't we do it in 3-month increments? Yes, we'll wait 3 months. I think, and that's just an alternating thing for my sake and my peace of mind, for just in case works out. Saito Sumiyoshi, he's this is his second time being up for review. Okay, actually I can take off the engines there. Should I have waited for the new structural steel? Maybe. And I do actually really like pushing those small guns. Um, Especially on your larger ships, they're going to be more important for dealing with the smaller ships. So, like the torpedo boats and destroyers and things like that, the secondary guns are very, very, very important. I think originally the Germans did build one more of their first battleship. Um, their first class of battle. There were five, I think. Though they should have been like the pre-dreadnoughts that they had built. Hmm. It's got one more turn on that. At least it should. Okay. Anyway, we pushed our relationship with France to the negative, which is fine. Light cruiser 3 hull, which that's actually really nice once you progress far enough with some of the other things. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, the guns are noticeably larger. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and build one more of these. We're going to launch that at Tsingtao, Kaicho Bay. And our monthly balance is still really nice. Okay, so finances. I think we can start to. There we go. I'll go ahead and bring my crew training up to 30%. It's 30 something percent before you start getting out of green um, on your crews. So I mean, if you look at this, status is normal. True training is true crew training is cadets. Actually, you start getting into green. The designations of this game are a little different. Green typically means like raw recruit. In other words, no experience. Um, I'm going to keep with the micro builds for now. Let's see what happened. Unrest is at 10.4. Naval prestige is 11. All right. It's kind of a diss, but whatever. Hey, who? Uh-oh, the nose fuse shells. Those are actually going to be very important as well. Um, and so for armament, once you start getting to that point where you actually have choices in armor piercing and high explosive shells, typically with the high explosives, especially on the secondary batteries, I like to go as incendiary or explosive as possible. My. I'm gonna see if I can't provoke a war with France. Won't that be fun? We'll take my new ships out. Okay, so let's go with this. Let's go with a refit. We're gonna start refitting the Bayern. Proceed. It's gonna be 5 months away, which is fine because the next one is coming in 1 month, and then after that, the next one is coming in 5 months. So. And by that time, I'm going to have one of the or my original the lead ship of the class is going to be back in um, with its upgrade. So by the time I start working on this one, I should have I'll have two. I'll have two of them back. see here. Small guns. That's the problem, though, is that the small guns are going to be coming back. So maybe what I'll do, I'll ride what I've got for now. I mean, because it's only the 2-inch guns, and I don't have. Ooh, you know what? I want to go look at my cruisers. Yes, I want to look at the cruisers because the battleship doesn't have 2-inch guns. The cruiser does, and oh no, did I do that? I did. I neglected something on the light cruisers. And then the torpedo boats have also. So once the Mark II 2-inch guns come in, I'll have some things to do with my smaller vessels. Oh God, the monthly balance is down to -4 now. Oh, it's because of refits. I've got ships refitting. Yeah, I've got 2 ships refitting now. The Undine and the Mines. Okay. And the Cormoran. Okay. I have an Inkvist. Is this is like the 4th or 5th time now? 4th time. But still. And Anton Veprecht is also under review again. Persia. Good. We got a trade deal with Persia. Okay. Persia would like to order one of the Nymph class light cruisers. They'll pay 25% in advance. Total profit of 77%. Oh, this is nice. They've actually included what your shipbuilder. This is actually a nice upgrade that they've had since I last was in this regular. Is telling you what your capacity. They didn't have this before. Oh, that's beautiful. It's something minor. It's something small, easy to do. But geez, how wonderful is that? Yeah. Let's go ahead and build a ship for the Persians. We'll build one of those light cruisers for the Persians. Okay. So we got the small gun upgrade. Hull strengthening, hull construction, destroyer design, engines, gun layout, 7-inch casement guns. I've never used 7-inch casement guns. 16-inch torpedoes. That would be huge. I think I'm going to push the destroyer designs some more. Yeah. All right, so let's go through here and go ahead and we're gonna modify and refit these designs now. Okay, so let's go with a refit. All right, and the Mark II or the 2-inch guns should have already been, and again, that's a passive thing, so those get upgraded as you advance things. Let's go with the nose fuse, because as you can see, base fuse is just increased muzzle velocity, but we don't really care too much about nose fuses. And then, you know, there's other ones that are more explosive and more incendiary. I like to go with those. Oh, that's what I didn't do, was gun cotton. Oh no. All right, well, we're gonna go with actually maybe I ought to stick with black powder. No, let's go with gun cotton. Even though fire, right? Basic steam engine, we're going to go to the triple expansion, which is going to put these guys into the lovely engine efficiency of over 100%. That's made them very light now too, so what I can do is I can start maybe fiddling with my armor scheme a little bit. Maybe up the main deck on this to 1 inch. Yeah, we'll up the main deck on these guys to 1 inch. And he's got 1.5 inch guns. Should I change those to 47 or 50 millimeters even? Let's see here. That's 9.2 to 10. So if I up this to 47 millimeters, 9.2 to 11. Yeah, we'll go with 47s with the max barrel length. Okay, that's that. That's that. Standard AP shells. Standard bulkheads, single bottom. We got the barbette on there for a good reason. Natural boilers, coal fuel, crew quarters are standard. Bulkheads are standard. The beam is fine. The draft, okay, we increased that a little bit. All right, that should be good. Let's go ahead and save that. Then we'll move on to the nymph, and this was totally my bad. I can't believe I did that. I neglected the casement guns on this thing. So we're gonna go with 2-inch guns. We'll put the pair there and the pair there. Triple scheme. No Citadel compound armor. No. And the main reason for going as low as possible, especially early, is because the torpedo boats are unarmored. So you don't need, like, so for this you don't need any armor penetrating capabilities. 2-inch guns. Let's see here. We're going to go with maximum length, and we're going to go with that. Casement armor. 3 inches is fine. 1/2 inch on top is fine. Okay. Black powder. We're going to go with, I think. Or should I leave these guys? I think I'm going to leave black powder. Though, hold on a second. Where is the information for fire chance? There are towers, maneuverability, detection weapons. There we go. Damage control. Now, if we switch this over to gun control, plus 10% fire chance. Chance and the flash fire chance also. Fire chance is even higher, but black powder for now. And as you can see, the engine efficiency is actually at 168, so we might even be able to pump this up to 21 knots. .21 knots. 22 knots. Yes, let's keep that there. There we go. Okay, save the nymph 2, and then we're going to go to the torpedo boat, and we're going to fiddle with the torpedo boat now. All right. So, triple expansion steam engine. It's kind of a must. 27 knots, we'll leave that alone. Light shell size with black powder. We'll keep black powder. Though honestly, I don't know. Do we need to do that? Increased ammo. Okay. Nose. Okay. Everything else looks really good on that. So these guys are narrow. They're quick. Quick enough anyway. And they're not very well balanced, but I mean the torpedo boats, early torpedo boats, really, really difficult to balance them in any way, shape, or form. All right, so we did everything we need to do there. Oh, we're at 1.6, not 1.26, 1.6. Okay. Okay. There's that. So what we now have to do, we have to go through and we have to refit some ships. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's proceed with the refit, and with the nymphs, let's go ahead and proceed with 2 refits. Wait a second, because the Undyne and the Mainz also. Okay. So we'll do the Nymph, the Undyne, and the Mainz. That way everybody in European waters is ready to go. 2 months on the refit for that. That's good. Okay, and then this guy refit 1, 2, and the last 2. All right. Why? Okay. Well, that was weird. Anyway, let's go with that. And oh, that's nice. The torpedo boats are done in a month. Okay, so finances, we're at -7 million now. All right, we got to do something to stop the bleeding here. And a lot of this is actually once the refits are done. Once this refit's done, this ship is commissioning. To 5. This has to roll down to 2 before I do that. That's another 2 months. 2 months away. And then I do that, and then that rolls down to 2 months, and I get to do this guy. Okay, so anyway, next turn, and we'll see where we are, because I think it's been about an hour. Oh, suddenly, yep. So Ivan Inkvist, it took him 5 times to. There you go. I just got the better out of him. Okay. Well, Bulgaria is a no, they're not a thing. They've been a thing. It's not a new thing, but there they are. Bulgaria is oh wow, Bulgaria has a navy? Look at that. Bulgaria has a navy. All right. It's more crew because of the larger guns. I upgraded the guns to 11s. the elbing. I'll go ahead and refit the elbing as well. All right. Anyway, I think that about concludes it for today. It makes up for the bathroom break. But anyway, folks, hopefully you're enjoying the content. As always, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, depending on the platform you're on, of course. And also, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to interact. You come in, you want to say hi, hello, ask questions, or even on the posts after the fact. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. This is Wolf190D signing off.